Welcome to Hot Garbage.
Hello and welcome to Hot Garbage, where we are the only trash talk that matters. I'm your host, Laura, and I don't know if you guys know this, but, the world's been fucking wild, okay? The world has been fucking wild. We just had a whole conversation about what happened with Shohei Ohtani, the baseball player. If you don't know, go look that up.
Yeah.
We had a whole conversation about that. That's all coming out. What's up with that? We got Gerry and Theresa getting divorced. We have Lala going on her whatever live. I guess it was Instagram live or TikTok live. I don't know.
Oh my god, Lala's a mess.
And she starts going like, oh, well, I unfollowed them because my Virgo needed the numbers to add up. And it's like, you just didn't want to see their face.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was off social media.
I know, right?
Weren't you supposed to be off social media while you're having your baby?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was at Coachella like today on Saturday when we're recording this, and she is pregnant and was trying to act all sexy with her baby belly bump. And she was there with Sheena and like two of their friends, and it was actually pretty vile.
Yeah,
I'm sick of her.
I'm sorry, I'll say it. She's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Same. And I usually love Lala, and I can't with her right now.
Oh. So everybody's fucking wild out here.
Yeah. And that's just an entertainment. That's not even like the actual world.
I know. Like, we have fucking Russia out here testing off nuclear bombs.
Yep.
Yeah, they're testing nuclear weaponry right now, guys. Our Donald Trump's bestie, Putin, is setting off nuclear stuff, testing it out, seeing how things go.
Shooting up intercontinental ballistics, no big deal.
Yeah. He totally attacked Ukraine big time.
Yep.
And what is the United States of America doing?
Not a damn thing.
The Republican in the House of Representatives is in a chokehold from the MAGA Republicans because Donald Trump is telling them, oh, don't give Ukraine money. Don't give Ukraine money. And the thing is that they packaged the Ukraine money with the Israeli money. And so now it's just an entire shit show.
Always is.
And then my personal favorite is that Mike Johnson, our speaker, is going to give a bill to make it illegal for non-citizens to vote, which is already illegal. And Donald Trump's standing behind him like this, right?
Oh my god.
He's standing behind him like that, right? Yeah, Donald Trump is, because it's Mike Johnson introduced it as the two of them are introducing the bill. And he goes, this hardened criminal. That's what Mike Johnson does, and points at Donald Trump. He's like this. And so that happened. That 1,000% happened. You watch the video.
I'm so embarrassed to be.
It's so embarrassing. Man. It's so embarrassing. It's honestly, it's genuinely a fuck ton of fuckery.
Yeah. And I didn't bring my bourbon into the room, so let's move on.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Let's table it, because we're all gonna get mad.
Happy stuff.
I'm out here making fun of Donald Trump. I'm like, that's what he does. Tell me I didn't look like him.
You definitely.
I'm sorry, I'm not orange. I'm too pale. Which I would like to say, take the spray tan and the toupee off. He looks as old as Biden because he's only 2 years younger than him. Fuck off.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I have to say. Okay, we have a half-used corpse and a fucking Nazi out here, all right? Pick what side you want.
Hate everything.
All right, let's get away from this and let's get on to something else that'll make us even more fucking angry. Just kidding, we haven't done motherfucking share time.
Yes.
Let's have a fun time in motherfucking share time. I'm gonna go first because fuck it. My life has been consumed with Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. I've read the Lord of the Rings books 5 times. I actually texted my dad in the middle of this and was like, hey, do you still have a copy or did that get burned up in the fire? And he was like, I got it. It's cool. So when I see my parents again, I'm gonna get the Lord of the Rings books, and I'm actually gonna fucking read it again because that's how like into it I am.
Nice.
Yeah. I watch all of the Lord of the Rings movies. Got Stephanie to say I'm gonna read the book.
I'm not scared anymore.
Listen, I want you guys to know that Lord of the Rings is actually very easy to read. She told me that she was afraid of the language, and I was like, 3 chapters in, you understand. Like, you're gonna be fine.
Mhm.
I promise. You're gonna be okay. Okay.
It's way too descriptive. I can't do it.
That's okay.
I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either. So, like, I like things like that. No, so PSA, I've read it 5 times. First time I did it, I was 16.
Jesus Christ.
So
5 times.
yeah, I love them. I love the movies. So I can only watch the extended edition movies as well. So I watch the extended because Stephanie, once you read the book, you're only going to be able to watch the extended versions. I'm very sorry to tell you that.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. It's
I only
just
watch
it's
them,
the
like,
way it
once
is.
every couple of years. Like, it's a lot of years in between every time I watch Lord of the Rings. So, probably when I
Not
read the
me.
books, it's time to rewatch
Not
it
me.
again.
Can't relate. So,
Nerds.
I watched all the. I am a fucking nerd. I watched all of the extended editions for Lord of the Rings, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go watch The Hobbit because I don't know what else I'm gonna watch. I gave up on Dance Moms because Dance Moms got super fucking repetitive, and Abby gets to be absolutely fucking intolerable. Like, so I stopped. So I made it
Yeah.
like 6 seasons deep into Dance Moms, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never binged it. Oh, actually, I tried to binge it, and Abby's voice, I can't sleep through it. I can't know.
It's really fine until she gets to be intolerable. And like you see the point where she gets to be intolerable.
I think
I would say it's around Sia Chandelier Maddie video time. Said it. Anyway.
I just heard words and I think I'm having a stroke. What?
I gave like boop,
like they were English, but goddamn, did
no,
they
I
not
just
make
went
sense? Heard like Sia chandelier video. I'm like, what?
Okay, we're not talking about Dance Mom though. Fuck it. So so I decided I was gonna watch The Lord of the Rings. And then I was gonna watch The Hobbit. So I watched The Hobbit. I watched all 3 of the Hobbit movies. And I forgot that they're not that bad. As someone who also read The Hobbit, they're really not that bad. They are because they like embellish a lot. And like that whole dwarf and elf relationship, I think is really what like sours people. But it's really not that bad. Like if you have a chance, Stephanie, before you read Lord of the Rings, I would be like, maybe you should watch the Hobbit movies. Because it does give you like a decent amount of background information on like what's going on. And it does have like a decent amount of stuff from like the Silmarillion and like the Unfinished Tales. So it like fills in a lot of like the details from that as well. So like I would say you could probably watch it and not be mad. And Keenan also told me like she's never read the book. You're a snob. Fucking don't tell her that. So and then I finished that and I was like, well, I'm not fulfilled yet, right? Like I'm not ready to let it go. So I turned on the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime, which is like before Lord of the Rings. It's like the second age, like before Sauron is defeated and stuff. Like you actually find out like how Sauron really like gets his shit and like Galadriel's in it and stuff.
show.
And I liked it the first time because I like read the book, but I was like confused a lot about a lot of the stuff. And I think it was because I hadn't read the book in a really long time. So I went back and I watched it again. And like I thought that they had mixed up timelines together. Like I thought that like Numenor fell before Elendil was even around. And so like I think I got that timeline mixed up because it's just been so long. So they had said something and I was like, oh no, like Numenor hasn't fallen yet. Like like Isildur goes off and makes the kings of Gondor. Like, yeah, no, like okay, like we're in the timeline we're supposed to be. So I was like super confused the first time I watched it because I was like, wait, but like, wait. And then I'm watching it through the second time, and a lot more of it makes sense. Like I'm understanding a lot more of it, and I'm like, okay, it's like connecting all the pieces together, kind of. So I actually like the first time I watched it, I kind of figured out that that one guy was Sauron because Sauron was actually Morgoth, who was like the evil guy before him. Sauron was Morgoth's like apprentice, and he would like make all of his swords and shields and stuff like that. So he was like one of like those blacksmiths. So when he made that like elfin like that blade or whatever at Numenor, and like everybody was like really impressed by it, I was like, "Are you actually him?" And then something else happened, and then they were like, "No, he's the king of the Southlands," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like I think it's like the pre-ultimate episode when like he says something, and like if you read the books, you know that's him. You're like, "Oh my god, okay, it's him." And then like they can pretty much confirm it in the finale. And so it's nice watching it because I was like, "Okay, I was right. Okay, I was." So now I'm like watching it knowing I was right the whole time, and like when you watch it the second time, it's like that guy's Sauron. Like you can't unsee it. So I'm really enjoying it. There's a fucking fair chance I'm gonna turn one of the movies back on again after
Love that
because
for
I'm
you.
not fulfilled. I'm not fulfilled in my soul. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing with my life. If you've never read Lord of the Rings, totally recommend it. Never seen Lord of the Rings, recommend it even more because it's actually just a good movie.
Mhm.
Like honestly, like even if you don't know anything about it, if you don't, they're honestly just good movies. So that's my plight. Don't wear it out. Whose motherfucking share time's next?
You go ahead, Stephanie.
Okay, guys. Breaking, sad, but expected
So sad.
news. It's not. She's free. Gerry, Gerry, and Theresa from The Golden Bachelor have finally broken up. We knew it was going to come. We knew it was happening. But alas, here we are. They couldn't find a place to live, but neither of them wanted to leave their families. I don't know how The Bachelor thought that this was gonna work with people who have
Like
fucking
the thing,
children and grandchildren. Do you think they wanna leave them?
like that's the thing that I'll never understand is even when we were watching the show, they were saying like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to leave my family." Like they were saying it in the show, and we're like, "How is this going to work out?" And here we are.
Literally every
Exactly.
single hometown, they said like, "Well, what are we gonna do?" And then they're just like, "We'll figure that out later." And then they never fucking did.
And
Yeah.
then what did you do? You got married and you never figured it out, and now 3 months later, you have to pay for a fucking divorce.
Mhm.
But at least you got your wedding paid for, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully they're allowed to annul it, but I don't know.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
That's
And
definitely not grounds for an annulment.
Yeah.
well, shame on ABC for allowing
Yeah.
this to happen so fast, okay?
Yeah.
They should have never let this happen so fast. They needed time outside of the show. Okay, the show ended early December or like early November or the end of November, and then they got married
In
on
January.
January 2nd.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's not enough time for them to be out in the world after all the press and shit, and then for them to like figure life out. Like that's not enough time. That was not fair. That was really shitty of ABC because they just wanted some like a money grab.
Yep.
Ashley
They
Iaconetti.
exploited them for a money grab.
Yep.
Exactly. And Ashley Iaconetti said on her Instagram stories this week that immediately after the wedding that she was on her I Don't Get It podcast, and her best friend Naz asked, "Oh, hey, you and Jared went to the Golden Bachelor wedding. How was it?" And then Ashley wanted to change the subject really fast because she did not want to talk about it. But she said that it was because she felt so uncomfortable. Like there was nothing, like there was no love there. Like it was just like people
You could
walked
tell by
out.
her body language. Like her
Mhm.
body language has been weird for a while. Like
Yeah.
what at the finale that we just watched, her body language was so weird.
She looks like she was held hostage and she was scared.
Well, I wouldn't go that far because I don't like to like judge. Says the girl that judges everybody.
All that being said, Golden Bachelorette coming soon to ABC.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, now we're
Wouldn't
going
it
to
be
promote
Teresa
Golden
Ray?
Bachelorette. Like, okay, great.
Get to see this all over again. Love that.
And it's creepy. Like, I don't want to watch these old people date. Like, I really don't.
I don't either. I don't know why everyone was like lying and like acting like it was so much better than
What it was, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
think we
wasn't.
really liked it in the beginning. And then, like, as time was going on, we were like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I do like that it's only an hour long. That was my favorite thing
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
Should be shorter.
Yeah, I definitely think that The Bachelor main season should take a note and do that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 hours is
I
too
do
long.
never. I love the fact that like I hate that we have to sit through 3-hour finales, and I know it's coming. And you guys like texted like, "Oh my god, this is 3 hours." I was like, "Of course it is."
Like I said, I push this out of my brain the second it's over.
I know.
I guarantee you, once like the next season starts, I'm gonna be like, "Why the fuck are these episodes an hour and a half?" And you're gonna be like, "They're always an hour and a half," and I'm still gonna be upset about it.
Maybe we'll like Jen. Let's give Jen a chance.
No.
No, fuck you, Jen. We don't give anybody a fucking chance. Fuck the Golden Bachelorette. Fuck you, Jen. Fuck whoever the next Bachelor is. Fuck it all to hell.
I do want to give Jen a chance. Like, I was
Yeah.
really pissed off about it. I feel I don't have high hopes at all, honestly. But
Maybe going into it without high hopes is what we should do. Because we did
Probably.
that with Clayton's season, and then we got the rose ceremony from hell. So maybe
Yeah,
we should
but-
go in with the lowest expectations possible.
the only thing I liked about Clayton's season was the rose ceremony from hell, and we
That's
got
awesome.
Gabby Windy. She is hilarious.
I send my friend Gabby TikToks whenever she does those like fucking like stupid dances, because like
I
she's
love
clearly
them.
trolling all of us.
Yeah,
And she's just not laughing, but she's like trolling all of us. And I send
hilarious.
it and she's like, I don't think she's that funny. I'm like, where is your sense of humor?
I think she's so funny because she's being so stupid. Like, no one acts like that, and she's so. I love it. I love how dumb she is.
She does it on purpose. Like I really think that like she talks like that and like things like that. But like like when she does like those dances and shit, I watched her make pasta one day.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Wasn't that the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life? I sent that to my friend and she was like, yeah, I didn't think that was funny. I'm like,
Why?
what? I was like, what?
It's funny.
Oh my god, she cracks me up. Okay. Tyler, what's your motherfucking share time?
My motherfucking share time is actually about you. You are. This is gonna sound bad, but I mean it in a good way.
Fantastic.
Passively, like my biggest supporter of like my music career. Like every time I share something about like one of the bands I'm in, like
Fair.
I always see Laura like this.
I do it on your band page too, just so you
Yeah.
know. Like
No,
I do it
see that
everywhere.
too.
Yeah. I want you guys to know that if you like are my friend, like Chelsea, my best friend Chelsea, she just started her like doula and like her business and everything. I am like her number one fan there as well. Like I
yeah.
like when we made this podcast, like none of my friends and family came out like that. Like none of them did. Like some of them did, like don't get me wrong. A lot of them I had to force to follow us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I don't it like actually really kind of pissed me off for a minute because I was like, I give everybody the most unwavering support ever.
You definitely do.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I actually have this one friend from high school. Her name's Shauna. Shout out. I don't know if she has a new last name because I don't know if she got married, but I know her first. I feel bad. I don't know her last name right now.
Anyways.
Yeah. But her name is Shauna and she does like holistic stuff. Like for like she went for to be like she was like a nurse and then she took like the holistic route of everything. So she does a lot of stuff about like explaining like how bad like food dyes are for kids and like healthier options and like what you can do. She like had like this thing of like how to safely dye eggs for Easter and stuff like that. I give her my unwavering support and like, you know what I mean? Like I give everybody my most unwavering support and it like, man, if y'all could give that shit the fuck back to me.
I mean I would, but I'm kind of part of
we're
this
here.
too. So
Here together.
I did try before we were a part of this though.
Yeah. No, I literally like I think that like if you're my friend, I'm gonna support everything that you do. Like Kristen, my best friend Kristen, she does photography for bands, and she will send me her like top favorite like 30 photos, whatever. She'll be like, what do you think? And we now have a rating system with like the emojis, like the little like reacts or whatever. We have a grading scale.
Love it.
And so she knows which ones I like and which ones I don't. And like we have a nice little grading scale. And like I'm the first one to act like I never saw him.
But yeah, thank you. You're a great friend and a very supportive one, and I love that.
Yeah, I love you, Tyler. I want your band to make it. Like you have no idea. Like I believe that everybody can do anything that they want. It happens for some people. Why can't it happen for you? You know what I mean? So that's why I give people like the unwavering support that I do, because it's like fucking do it.
Hell yeah.
Fucking do it. You can fucking do it. So
it'd be nice.
Yeah. So I give you guys the most unwavering support ever in New Jersey, because I'm hoping like other people join in.
That'd be great.
But I'm sorry that I hijacked your fucking share time. That was very sweet.
You're welcome.
That was very sweet. Thank you very much. That warmed my soul.
I knew you're having a rough couple of days. I figured I'd give you a nice little shout out. So
Tyler, thank you. I have been having a really rough day. Like
I'm here to be a good friend, you know?
I really appreciate it. I'm really happy that I am such a good friend to you. That you feel that. Like I'm really happy that what I am exuding makes you feel that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I don't have anything more for you.
I'm just here. Letting y'all have your moment.
Y'all have your moment.
I'm cleaning my phone.
She's like, I don't need nice things about me, said, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm good.
Stephanie?
I mean, if you were on like Facebook, I'd see it more. You do like all like the stuff that I post on Instagram, and I definitely appreciate that too.
I will not make a Facebook, but I appreciate you.
That's fine. Don't do it. It's a toxic hellhole, and you don't need to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, don't worry about it. You're not missing out.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to fight on there. Stephanie, I just want to let you know that you bring a smile to my face all the time. You crack me the fuck up. Today, with your fucking tent shit, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I needed that so much. It looked pathetic. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked fucking pathetic. When you said the fucking wagon, I was like, that's pretty fucking pathetic. Like people don't know that's a table. And it honestly was like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Like that's what that was. And I needed it, Linus. I needed it.
Guys, I drove 45 minutes to be there. I was gonna do something. I had to do something.
Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
It was. It's fine. Somebody came by. A very nice man came by, helped her out.
I didn't read the email correctly, guys. I'm sorry. Work has been rough.
We all needed it, so thank you.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was great. I loved it.
You know how much courage it took for me to send that show how it was so stupid.
It took so much courage to send the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
I just needed y'all to see what I did.
You're very brave, and we appreciate you.
You were like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Well, we started walking up to the spot. Michael was like, "Are we supposed to bring a table?" And I was like, "I don't even know." He was like, "Were we supposed to be chairs?" And I was like, "That's a great question. Let me check the email." On the very last sentence.
Just sitting cross-legged behind a wagon.
She's like sitting like on the curb.
I was only going to give out one flyer. I have like 4 different flyers, like one explaining like what the position that we train you for. I was just going to give out the program flyer and be like, sign up. I'm going to be here for an hour. You can talk to me and I'm going to leave.
I want to kill myself right now.
Buddy, the HEB mascot, was so entertaining. Though he danced so much, he made me.
He
so
made that
happy.
wagon feel nice.
Yeah, made me feel confident. He waved at me.
Stephanie, I also
Love
love
that.
that you can take a joke. That you can
Yeah.
take a joke.
Yeah,
Like that's my favorite thing about Stephanie is that she can take a joke. Like she
Yes.
can take it.
definitely.
Because like I can take a joke because I understand who I am.
Mhm.
And Stephanie's is like Stephanie is the nice version of me. And like just lets me like beat up on her. Like I don't know. I feel like she's like a battered wife.
It's a battered wife. I'm thinking what y'all are thinking. Like, why did I do it? You know, that's what I think.
Listen, you did it. You had to do it, so you did it.
You worked with what you had, and it worked out eventually.
It worked
Yes.
out. We met a very nice man who came over, helped us out.
This isn't the first time I forgot to bring a table too, but it's the first time I put the tablecloth over the wagon. Thinking
I knew how to do it because I've done it before.
Both times people have an extra table for me. Thank God.
Thank God other people have come extra prepared. You know what? I was just watching this TikTok of Anna Heed. And she was talking about how they were like leaving to go to Coachella, her and her like best friend. And she's like, this is what always happens. Sydney ended up overpacking. Her fucking suitcase was 75 pounds. So she has to put a whole bunch of stuff in. And this is what always happens. She overpacks, I underpack, and I steal all of her clothes. And Stephanie, that's what you feel like. Like, I'm just gonna take other people's table.
We took we took a table and 2 chairs today. But
Worked out.
I traded them for Fiesta medals. So
What's a Fiesta medal?
okay, so in San Antonio there is 2 weeks of partying called Fiesta. I get the 26th off for a parade.
For this event.
For this, yeah, it's
This
all of San
special
Antonio.
event. You get to stay off for this fucking Fiesta parade.
Battle of the Flowers. It's a big. I don't even know what the fuck Battle of the Flowers is about. Honestly, it's a battle. I think
Is it this month?
It has to be in the Mexico War, but yeah, it's
Is it this month? Okay.
Let me see. What does Battle of the Flowers mean? History.
Do like the Spurs get involved?
I think so. I don't know. Who knows?
Victor Wembanyama is not going to know what hit him. He's going to be like, "What the fuck are we doing in Texas? What the fuck is a Fiesta?"
He won a game yesterday. It's a patriotic celebration to honor the heroes of the Alamo, Goliad, in the Battle of San Juancito, and it has evolved into one of the oldest and largest parades in the country. So we get
This is why I can never move to fucking Texas, because you do shit like that. Like you pay, like that was the explanation. The Alamo.
Uh-huh.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we take it very seriously.
And there's
I mean, we stole you from Mexico, so I guess.
There's Nyosa. It's night in Old San Antonio, and you go and get really drunk, and just like the whole city's just walking around downtown San Antonio getting drunk.
Let me tell you something, guys.
Mhm.
Make us go big, and we'll have a podcast from there. We'll interview random people at the fucking Fiesta.
Oh my God,
and
it's so much fun.
we'll go to the fucking Fiesta in San Antonio. Maybe we'll find some Spur players, and we'll fucking interview random people about this fucking Fiesta. So make us go big, fly me out to fucking Texas, and let's fucking do it.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
There's so much more in the 2 weeks, but
so it's like every day is like a special event, almost like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, there's like Taste of New Orleans. It's a whole festival of. I don't know why we're doing that here, but Taste of New Orleans, and then
Isn't that like 2 states over? Or is it next to you?
It's right next to us.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes Louisiana, something, Georgia, Alabama.
And then the Fiesta Medal. I have one right here. 1 second.
There's Alabama and then Mississippi and then Georgia.
I feel like there's still something in between there. But
Okay.
Yeah,
so
me too.
These are.
How much do you know geography? I can't beat a 5th grader.
So these are medals from last year. I'm gonna hide my company that I work for, but that's it. And so basically, people put them on.
I
like,
would write down that
sashes.
time and make sure that she actually does hide the name.
They put them on hats, like, so people make hats with like all these fucking medals on them, and like they hang from it. Today I saw a guy with like huge like sash like full of.
So they like collect them year after year and put them on their special sombrero.
Yes. So yeah, you just collect a bunch, and then like people who go to all the events, you just collect them all.
Texas
and
is
wear
like
them.
a different fucking world for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it absolutely
the
is.
way I live and the way you live. Who knew we both live in America?
I
Like,
know, right?
Definitely
like-
worth losing all your rights for, you know.
Don't go to Texas and get pregnant because you're
Yeah,
fucked. Same thing with Arizona. You're fucked in Arizona. You're super fucked in Arizona. If you have an ectopic pregnancy in Arizona, you're fucked. Like,
Yep.
let's take that. Let's take that.
Didn't someone die here in Texas
Yes. I'm pretty sure you guys were the
from a ectopic pregnancy though?
No, it was something like that. Like she was like having a miscarriage or something. And they were like, well, you're not like miscarrying on your own, so you have to go wait in the parking lot. And she fucking died.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because they like literally won't even touch you if you're having a miscarriage because they don't want to get put in jail. Like, this is the world that we're living in.
Yeah.
It's an attack on women.
It is.
You can just say you hate me. It's okay. Men hate me. It's okay. I have accepted that.
It's like what George Carlin said. They're not pro-life. They're anti-women.
Okay, so let's get into our shows. Get off these fucking subjects. Let's fucking try and stay calm. So let's get into Vanderpump first, because unfortunately that's what happened this week. Early. I waited until like literally today to watch it because I had zero desire to watch it. I literally I'm kind of over like giving the Toms any type of airtime. I'm tired of wasting my breath and emotions on Lala. I'm tired of listening to Sheena's narcissism. I'm like really sick of pretty much everybody except for who the fuck would have thought this? James, Allie, Katie, and Ariana. Like James is the only man acting correct in this entire fucking show, and it's DJ James Kennedy. Who the fuck would have thought that we would have gotten here, guys?
Yeah.
The only human being that is standing up for Ariana who is a male is James. The only man who's sticking up for Katie is James. And who really thought that?
Yeah. Rewind to like last summer or whatever, whenever I was first binging this, and tell me like James Kennedy's going to be like my favorite guy on the show.
Yeah.
I would not have believed you.
But Jesus Christ, I mean, Brock, who the fuck are you? So we get to the end of the fight that started last week, and Brock has a problem with Ariana telling Tom to go kick rocks in open-toed shoes. What the fuck was that? Why the fuck was everybody acting like Ariana was the evil one for getting him to get the fuck away from her? Why the fuck did you invite him?
There's got to be
I'm here.
There's got to be like a lot of like producer intervention or something on this season. Like,
has to be.
It all has to be fucking manufactured. There's no way everybody's like this.
Mm-hmm. It has to be. Like, there's no possible way that, like, I mean, who the fuck are you, Brock, to like speak like that? First off, if I'm Ariana and he's talking to me like that, I stand the fuck up and I'm like, I understand that you're bigger than me, but you don't fucking intimidate me. You can knock your little fucking attitude off. That's for damn sure. Because I know you're going to talk to me like a fucking normal person. You're going to treat me with fucking respect. You might be able to talk to Sheena like that, but you ain't talking to me like that, little fucking bitch. I don't give a fuck how much bigger than you are than me. You don't intimidate me.
Yeah.
You do not intimidate me. Men do not intimidate me. Some men do, because some of you are fucking crazy and will actually fucking kill me. Yeah. I will take that back because some of you will stab me.
Everybody's personalities just like completely shifted.
Like shifted completely.
Except for like
Brock
Katie.
really like I had to like stop it after the Brock thing because I was heated. I'm heated here because like a man does not talk to me like that. I don't give a fuck if you're my best friend's husband. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not talking to me like that.
Yeah.
You're knocking that shit right the fuck off. Oh my god. That's a way to get us out of that.
Have more backgrounds ready. We're gonna need them all.
I need to sit right here though because my
cover up the name.
Here's my wagon,
okay.
everyone. If you want to get on YouTube,
you can see what Stephanie did.
I tried to make a table.
Anytime Laura gets mad, just change your background and we'll come back out of it.
I would like to say that Lala tried to start going in on Ariana, and James literally grabbed Lala and was like, "Stop. When were we blessed with this DJ James Kennedy in our lives?
I think
his sobriety. Probably
his sobriety is really what, and I've said that numerous times. It's really he should be a person that does not drink alcohol.
Yeah, his sobriety and Allie, they both like just saved him so much.
Yeah, literally. Okay, so then we end up going to a bar where Schwartz and Sandoval end up going over to, and the nanny of Sheena, Tori, tells Schwartz that he likes her at some other point in time, like a week ago. And apparently Katie has a crush on her. So Katie comes up. So anyway, she comes up while Tom and Tom are flirting with different girls. And he was like, "Oh shit, that's my girlfriend. Like, that's my girl." And the one girl who's sitting there, like, looks at him with this face and looks at her and goes, "Hey," and introduced herself to Tori, like, "Hey, I'm so fucking sorry that he's a fucking twat. I didn't know."
I'm his ex-wife.
Oh my god. So Tom Sandoval is now off with these girls, and Schwartz buys the two of them alcohol, and they're sitting there drinking together, and then Katie walks up and basically like steals the girl. And then we have the most manipulative conversation I think we have ever seen on this show. We have Ariana in the middle, Lala on this side, Sheena on the other side. The two of them get her drunk and are then hugging her and being like and talking to her, gets her to cry, gets her to like be so sad and cry and really be very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like this was a very vulnerable moment for Ariana.
She really like opened up about like what she's actually like dealing with inside.
Yeah, like she actually told us what her feelings were. Like she feels casted to the side. Like I was going to follow you to the ends of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you did. And so basically these two girls get her to get so upset, distraught. She's vulnerable. She's all of this. And then as she's crying upset, they're like, "Well, maybe you should move out of the house. Maybe you should just give the house to Tom. Like for your own mental health, maybe you should just do that." I was like, this is the most manipulative thing we have ever seen on this television show. Like, I know that there have been a lot of manipulation from Jax Taylor especially, but this was the most manipulative thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I cannot believe that two girls did that to their best friend. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how much money a show is giving me. I cannot believe that you did that to your best friend. So I don't know what scene you're going to tell me is going to make me change my mind, Lala, but right now I'm about to unfollow your fucking ass because I can't tolerate you.
And then to immediately like go off and like say like, "Oh, she must be like too proud to go like live in an apartment." It's like, no, like she doesn't need to live in an apartment. Like
not either. She never said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just said she wants her dream home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, "Well, just leave. Fuck off, Lala. You could pick up and leave out of Randall's home because you had nothing tying you to it.
Yeah.
Like Ariana owns that home. If she left it, it would be considered like house abandonment.
Like, oh my god, I can't.
Yeah.
Lala swears she's so smart, and it's really getting
She's
annoying.
acting like she's acting like she's so fucking smart and she knows what's going on. She has a fucking leg to stand on. A production's helping her out. She's a production puppet and blah blah fucking blah. And it's like, Lala, you're making me fucking hate you. And I've been a ride or die with you since the fucking beginning when everybody else fucking hated you.
Mhm.
You are fucking ruining your own reputation for what? For what?
And I know, like, last week we kind of gave her like the benefit of the doubt with the whole like hormone stuff.
Yeah.
But she's like just starting that in this episode.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not
He's
it.
like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Which that office creeped me out. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, so that really pissed me off. That was the first thing that pissed me off. And then we come back and Lala's having fucking lunch with Joe.
Pissed me off.
What the fuck was that shit?
Mhm.
I have a couple letters here and I might really read them because I fucking can't. So she's basically saying that she's going to hang out with Joe because that's how because of how Katie reacted last week when like she showed up at the bar and like they pretty much shunned her. And Lala's like, "Oh, well, I felt bad." Well, let's talk about Joe for a fucking second. How about that? Joe was the girl that would go on a double date with Schwartz and Rachel as the cover-up. Her and Schwartz were literally the fucking cover-up and the beard for Rachel and Sandoval. She would sit there and have a double date with these two people, knowing that Rachel and him were fucking for months. And she didn't tell a soul and would look Ariana in the eye. And then around this time is also when she ditched Kristen Doty. So like, why? Because you couldn't keep a secret with Kristen Doty because you wanted to tell Kristen Doty? Why the fuck did you stop talking to Kristen Doty around this time? Let's talk about that fucking thing. So I don't really care if Joe is uncomfy in a situation because you tell a bitch her husband is fucking her friend for months. It's the first time, like you tell her the first time you go out with them. You tell them. Evil people are the ones that don't say anything. I'm incredibly mean, admittedly so. I know I'm fucking mean. Okay. But what I would never do is something evil like that. And I used to be that type of person. I used to be evil. I used to have no boundaries. I used to be a fucking Marnie. And I've said it on this show 100 times. I'm not ashamed of it. I grew as a human being. Shit happened to me and I learned empathy. Life smacked me in the face and I learned that you can't act like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So around my mid-20s, I stopped fucking doing this shit. Okay. Evil people do what Joe did. I would have done that when I was 21 years old and I was an evil fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people when I was in the early 20s that do not like me, and you probably have a leg to stand on. Okay?
All these people are fucking almost 40 years old.
I know. And it's like I would do that when I changed my act when I was 24. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So it's like, you are evil, Joe. Like, you are evil. You fucking knew. I don't give a flying fuck if no one, like, explicitly said a word to you. Like, no one explicitly said that this was happening. You knew. You noticed that they were acting funny, and you tell Ariana, just like Allie did that day at the fucking Abbey. She walked onto that fucking camera, and that very next day, she fucking said out loud, I saw Tom Sandoval and Rachel dancing at the Abbey and they were close and it was weird. That's what the fuck you do, Joe.
Yep.
That's what the fuck you do. But you wanted to be a beard because you were with the cool kids. And that's exactly what the fuck it was. And you threw Ariana down the bus and now you want me to feel sorry for you and you can fuck all the way off.
Oh my God. Joe is, she's playing victim and she's doing.
I have more.
Oh, well, she's doing it all so she can be, she wants Schwartz to pick her. She wants to be
She's
in
a
his
pick
good
me.
graces. Yeah.
She's acting like a pick me.
Yeah, if she were in
because women have women's backs and you didn't have Ariana's back and you knew that shit was going on. You're a fucking pick me because you wanted to fuck Schwartz. Go fuck yourself. I'm not letting you get away with it. Fuck you, lady. I'm so pissed. I have more. Like, I'm sorry, but like, she chose not to see it. She chose not to say anything. She chose these things because every fucking woman knows when it's weird. Every fucking woman knows it when it's fucking weird, and she didn't do a goddamn thing about it. I'm pissed.
Same.
And then she had the audacity to say, I literally wrote this down. She had the audacity to say, I wasn't looking at them. I was looking at Schwartz. You're on a double date, you fuckwad. You are on a double date. Anyone looking can say that you're on a double fucking date. So just because you're saying, well, we didn't look at each other. I was looking at Schwartz, not them. You're sitting at a fucking table with them and everybody looking at you knows that you're on a double fucking date, you stupid cunt. I am not letting the show make her a victim. She's not a fucking victim.
Yeah.
Not in any way, shape, or
her
form.
Story, while she was fucking saying it.
Yeah. And then she says, hold on. Then she says something else. Let me go fucking find it. I fucking had a field day. You think that this resolves you? Then follows it up with, I thought they were broken up.
Yep.
Why don't you dig your hole a little deeper? Because I don't know if you know this, but y'all are recording a TV show and people everywhere in the world know that these two people are together and everyone knew that they were together. So everyone else in the fucking world, literally the world, knew that these two people are together. And for some reason, in your fucking dumb mind, no logics, no fact, no anything, you decided that they were broken up and you decided not to say anything. So let's talk about it because, Joe, I'm calling your lying fucking ass out on this. Why would you think they are broken up and no one else would know? Because you are sitting on a double date with them, seeing Rachel and him act the way they're acting. I'm sure, the Abby, when Allie said something, type of cozy, right? So seeing that you said, oh, they broke up, but never thought maybe I should say something to someone like my best friend, Kristen, who's also friends with Ariana. But again, you chose to be stupid. You chose to be a fucking twat. Now I'm done. That was my letter. Haven't had one in a while. That's my fucking letter to you, Joe. Clip it, send it to her. Fuck off. Fuck you. You're not a victim. I'm not letting the show make you a victim. I am done. I'm saying this shit to people's fucking face now. What, you think that you can just get away with it because nobody's going to say anything to you? Motherfucker, I'll say it to you. You're a twat. And that's exactly what the fuck you are. You're a fucking twat.
Hell yeah.
She knew. She knew. Oh, I thought that they were broken up. You just implemented yourself. You just incriminated yourself. Oh, I thought that they were broken up. Oh, so you knew that you were on double dates. So you knew you were sitting there on a double date. You knew what you were doing. Man, I'm pissed. I gotta calm down. I'm hot. I'm actually hot.
You need a minute?
I don't know.
What she gets. Or so I guess is the next scene when they go to the singles mixer and
next is the sperm bank and then it's the mixer, I think.
Right? No, next is Ariana and Katie actually double dating with Allie and James and they went to the Top Golf.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And that made me happy. So I have a lot of stuff about how that made me happy. I have a lot of stuff on how that made me happy. Because they're the only 4 people that I like.
Yeah. Best scene of the episode.
So I just want to say that Ariana looked so comfortable with these 4 people. She didn't have any makeup on. She was in a sports bra. She was wearing whatever the fuck she wanted. She didn't give a shit that she was on camera. She was hanging out with her fucking friends. And I was I am so happy that you had that after all of that. Because these are your friends. Those fucking people over there, not your fucking friends. Not your fucking friends. Sheena's not your fucking friend. She might have been. You grew out of her. Fuck her. And I stand up for Sheena all the time.
Ago, honestly.
I fucking stand up for Sheena all the time, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Anyway, so she was all comfy looking and she was hanging out with them. And I just want to say that I really love James's support of her because she says to them, I want to go buy a house. And has Lala and Sheena were like, oh, well, you should just get an apartment, blah, blah, blah. He said, fuck yeah, you go get that house.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, you go get that house. And I'm like, thank you, DJ James Kennedy. Thank you. DJ James Kennedy is your fucking friend. Who would have thought? But DJ James Kennedy is your fucking friend.
Number 1 guy in the group.
Number 1 guy in the group.
The
number one guy in the group. Number 1 girl in the group at this point.
Yeah.
Number 1 person at this point.
Yeah.
And you want to know why he's the number 1 person at this point? Because he's not going with the crowd. Like, it feels as though everybody's just jumping on the bandwagon because production wants Tom's in this season. So everybody's just jumping on the bandwagon with them, just going on with it and doing the shit. And James is like, no, fuck you. I'm going to say exactly what the fuck I want to say. I'm going to say what's cool. I'm going to say to your face what's awesome. I'm going to say, I'm happy Katie fucked Max. I'm going to say it.
And I'm
we
all are.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially after what Shorts did to fucking Joe at the end of this. Like, I don't like Joe, but what fuck.
And fuck everyone for thinking, everyone on this show, because no one else in the world thinks that Katie did anything wrong except for this fucking
the people on this show. Because you all have your heads up each other's asses. And the rest of the world is going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yes.
Lala, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sheena, what is wrong with you? Go get a different husband from Brock. I'm still pissed at him about earlier. I want to fucking kick him in the teeth. I will die on a hill for Ariana at this point.
Yeah.
Same.
Brock
Ariana, be my fucking friend. I'll treat you better than all these fucking people. Jesus. I'll actually be your fucking friend. Come on over here with us. We'll be your fucking friend.
Hell yeah.
So then Lala goes to the cryobank about having the baby that she's pregnant with now. And I just want to say that those offices really creeped me out. It was barren, wide open windows, and like creepy hallways that were just like white with like nothing on them. No pictures, no furniture, no anything. It almost looked like if they didn't buzz themselves into the building, I would genuinely wonder if they just rented the space for this moment.
Yeah.
I think it was actually the office, and I think the office is that creepy.
It was kind of scary.
It was a scary office. Like, I would have felt so uncomfortable. Like, can you make it like a homey vibe?
Yeah.
Can you make it like comfy? like you didn't even have a couch. You had odd fucking chairs.
The doctor was weird too. Like
the doctor didn't want to answer any questions.
Yeah, like Lala asking, like, you know, what do most people come in here for? Like, is it to get paid or something? And he's like, most of the guys say they want to help people out, and I'm like, so you're lying?
Yeah,
like they're lying, or you're lying.
As soon as he said it, I was like, I'm pretty positive that you have enough sperm where that they're just going in just to get some money.
Yeah,
like it's very easy to donate sperm.
Yeah.
But they go through background checks and they go through all this stuff. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, they absolutely should.
Then Lala starts saying about like how she's going to have the baby out of love and stuff like that, which is fine. Like, that's not what I find funny. What I find funny is that she's going to throw a party and have everybody help pick out the sperm. And I'm like, Lala would do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, on brand for her. I'm like, you would have, and I bet you it's going to be the finale party is what I wrote down.
The one that.
Yeah.
How funny would that be if like the last episode, the finale party is us helping Lala pick out her sperm, and that's where like the scene where she's like, oh, you'll change your mind, is that from, because I guess Ariana probably has enough of her and tells her to get fucked. Because that's what I think is going to happen. Ariana's going to have enough of her and say get fucked, and Lala thinks that we're going to be okay with her because Ariana told her to get fucked, and it's like, well, she probably should have told you to get fucked in episode 3. So
we've been saying
seems like you were living on borrowed fucking time, bitch.
Can we talk about like the selfishness behind her like explaining why she wants the baby though? Because she's like, yes. I want a kid that I know is like all mine. It's like,
yeah, I don't want to deal with custody. I want this baby to be all mine. I don't.
Like that's a strange reason, but okay. Like I guess I get it, but
yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Like it was very weird. It was very weird. I was like, okay. I think that she didn't mean it the way because I still do like Lala, so I'm about to come for her. So I'm about to say, I don't think she meant for it to come out the way it came out.
Yeah, no, like I get what she means, but it's just don't say that on camera. It just sounds weird.
Or figure out what you want to say before you say it. Stephanie, where the fuck did you go?
There.
You just blended into Ariana. Like, you're gone.
Because I'm on a Wikipedia page, so it's making me really white. Because I was trying to figure out how many more episodes were in this season.
There's usually 16, and we're on 11.
It says this season there's going to be 15, so we have 3 episodes left. Thank God.
Thank God.
I'm so fucking done.
I've been done with this. I literally, I really almost, quit today. Like, I was ready to quit today.
We have 3 more episodes where we can do it. We can finish it out.
Because then we have to deal with the reunion. And we have to deal with whatever the fight is at the fucking reunion.
And that's 3 weeks, probably.
Yeah. Maybe 2, because it's not Scandival.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it's a little bit shorter.
Yeah. So anyway, then we go to Tom going to Joe to get his hair done. And she makes him bleach blonde, and it looked like shit. Mm-hmm. As somebody who had bleach blonde hair, Tyler saw my blonde hair in person.
Yep.
As somebody who had very beautiful bleach blonde hair, I took care of my hair. Tyler saw it in person. I took care of my hair. Robin, our friend, she told me, yeah, no, your hair is really nice for being bleach blonde. I took care of my hair.
Yeah, it looked good.
His hair looks like shit. Yeah. I don't know if she toned it. I know it's very hard. Yeah, I know it's very hard to go from brown to bleach blonde. It's very hard. My hair was orangey yellow for a couple weeks. But I was white blonde. After this, it when I left the hairdresser, it was white.
Yeah.
Let me go get a picture.
He was talking about it burning too, so
it's not
burn. Good.
It does burn.
No.
I will say that it definitely 100% does burn.
Oh.
It doesn't it doesn't hurt, but you feel it
yeah, but
on your scalp.
Yeah. But he made it seem like it was actually painful.
Some people say it's painful. I have never experienced that pain with it. There have been multiple people that have told me it's painful like that.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't bleached it, but I mean, I have this thing going on here, so I know what it's like.
Yeah.
But burning isn't how I would describe.
I wouldn't explain it as burning either. This is right after I got it done. You can't even see that my hair is fucking pitch white. Mm-hmm. You can see how white it is. Yeah. Okay. That's what white is. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Would you ever do it again?
I actually loved it. I loved it. I actually stopped because I got on the steroid and I lost a bunch of my hair. It's been growing back. Depending on how it grows back, if it all grows back, maybe. But if it stays how it is right now, definitely not, because I don't have enough hair for me to feel comfortable damaging it like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I literally, the only reason I'm not like that anymore is because I got on the steroid. I would have still been bleach blonde probably if it wasn't for the steroids. Because I loved it. I loved it. And I think I loved it. It was my favorite. But yeah, just so that way you guys can see the comparison of what white blonde looks like and what Tom's fucking head looked like. Okay. Go find yourself a hairdresser that does it like Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for taking care of my hair for so many fucking years. Thank you so much for taking it and making it white and angelic and not making it look like Joe made Tom's.
Well, they're talking about Tori in this episode, and I wonder if maybe Joe just wanted to get the fucking job done and get him the fuck out of her chair because she was pissed at him, and so I think she sabotaged him on purpose.
You know what? Maybe. I would be fine if that happened.
Yeah, and I would be fine if that happened too.
Yeah. Honestly, if it was because he wouldn't shut the fuck up about Tori and you were get the fuck away from me, good for you. Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
So, at the same time that all of that is going on, Tori and Katie are having a date and they're painting. After that, there's a guys' night because fuck Sandoval. And then there's Lala, Sheena, and Ariana having drinks with non-alcoholic beer, which is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Sheena drinking non-alcoholic beer is probably the dumbest thing that you could ever do in your fucking life. You're drinking empty calories. You're literally, what are you doing? Go get a fucking mocktail. Like, seriously, you can make a mocktail. And that's healthier and better for you. Like, and you're so concerned about your weight and working out and all of that, and then you're drinking fucking non-alcoholic beer.
Yep.
You're an idiot.
And like the last like 2 episodes, like she had scenes where she was just like fucked up. So it's like, why the change now? Like, why all the back and forth with this?
Because she's Sheena, and she lost the narrative for a minute. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I can't with them. I can't with them. And I stand up for Sheena all the time, and I literally cannot with Sheena right now. I think I honestly unfollowed Sheena. Let's go find out. I definitely like muted Lala. I didn't unfollow her because I really like Lala. I started following Anna Heed on Instagram, so I had to unfollow like Sheena and shit. I still follow Sheena.
You have to make it
I didn't get that mad.
You're not a
I didn't get that mad. So anyway, so Sandoval's an asshole. But he's right that Tom Schwartz has been dragging Joe along for the last year and a half.
Yep.
I kind of hate that Tom Sandoval had a leg to stand on, but he sure did.
Who's that? That friend of theirs that went with them?
Chan. They always say his first and last name. Tommy Chan or something.
Kyle? Kyle Chan?
Yeah, Kyle. I love it whenever Joe's like, Tori's weird, and it just cuts to him. He's just like...
Like...
A+ editing right there. Best thing they've done this season.
So Lala then tells them that she had lunch with Joe. And Katie gets really fucking pissed off, rightfully so. And Lala's like, I don't understand why you're pissed. And Katie calls her out and says, oh, okay, mister, I'm not going to talk to Schwartz because of pickleball. And calls her out for it. I was like, thank you, Katie.
Yep.
And I don't think that what Lala doesn't understand is that nobody has a problem with Joe because she's dating Schwartz. Nobody has a problem with Joe because she's having sex with Schwartz. We have a problem with Joe because of what she did to Ariana during that whole 7-month affair.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
With Tom Sandoval and Rachel, and she was the double date. That's what we all have a problem with Joe about. Just so you know, Lala, we don't have a problem with the men. Stop making everything revolving around men. For someone who says that she's such a fucking feminist, you sure as shit make everything about men.
Yep.
You want to have a baby on your own because you got screwed over by a man. Stop making everything about men. And how about you make it about yourself? I want to have a baby on my own because I want to have a baby on my own, and I can do it. And I want Ocean to have a kid, a sister. I want her to have a little sibling, and my mom and my brother are going to help me, and that's what I want. Bitch, say it. Yeah. Don't say, oh, I'm a Virgo, and so I unfollowed them because I have this thing with the numbers with my Instagram followers. And so I had to unfollow them because it's a thing with a number. And if you had, and like when you were thinking about like the numbers and like the adding and stuff, it was an odd number. It was 2 numbers off from 224 or whatever the fuck you were saying. Because 7 minus 3 is 4. You fucking idiot. So why don't you say what it really is? And you don't want to see them because you're pissed at what happened and no one's taking your side. And so you unfollowed them because you didn't want to see it because it was hurting your mental health. Why don't you say the fucking truth, you bitch?
Yep.
Like, I can't handle it. Go, fucking, here's the world's smallest violin. Go fuck off. Seriously, I want Lala off my screen right now. Like, Lala, you're ruining your reputation.
Yeah.
I'm just furious.
Like, yeah, it's
the anger that I am admitting
from like what she was.
Like a huge fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that she was going to rally around Ariana this season, and you've done everything not to do that. Like, the way that you went at Tom Sandoval at that fucking reunion, you'd think that you were going at Ariana like that.
Yep.
You had a booing section with James.
But the attention's not on her, so can't have that.
That's why she had lunch with Joe.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm going to walk away because I'm getting real mad. Let's go to paintballing. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
Fantastic. Paintballing.
I don't even remember them paintballing.
Sheena's such a fucking idiot. They go paintballing and she's like, is there not like a VIP bathroom? You're fucking outside. Go in the fucking bitch. Like the bush. It's
gonna be like a laser tag situation. Shut up.
It's paintball.
Everybody
go
knows
in the
what
bush.
Paintball is.
If you want a bathroom that nobody else has gone in because apparently you have a problem with using poor people's fucking toilets, even though you were a waitress at Sir, and okay, but act like you don't remember what it's like to be poor. Okay, but since you don't want to share bathrooms with poor people and you want a VIP bathroom, go in the fucking bush. Go in the fucking bush. You're by yourself there, bitch. Do you want to kick me out of the bathroom so that way you can use it and make it VIP? Is that what you want? Because that's how you making it sound. That's how you made it sound. You made it sound like you wanted to kick every single fucking person out so your little rich ass could go use the bathroom. No one gives a fuck about you. You can go use the bathroom next to me and I'll make sure to... with the water. I can't. That's how mad I am. What am I doing?
Should we just go to the valley?
Shit. Man, I literally wrote, go in the fucking bush, you rich bitch. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then Brock shows up in shorts.
Bright ass colors too. Purple shirt, like purple floral shorts. It's like you're playing paintball.
You're playing paintball and you didn't like that shit makes you bleed.
Yeah.
And then Tom Sandoval shows up in the douchiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It's a black with matching red like piping, and it's like forearm shins like guards that like go up to like here, and then a cut off tank top. And he's like, well, it's like, how much money did you spend on a custom made outfit for paintballing one fucking time?
Too fucking much.
Like, you asked for a custom fucking uniform. It's stupid. You look ridiculous. You know what? You look so fucking ridiculous, Tom. Like, it's hot also there. Like, you know, like, honestly, women look at you. Women look at you. You know what? Women look at you and they go, what is that smell? It smells like cigarettes and fucking Red Bull. And it's because you sweat it out of your fucking pores. Like when you have a hangover after tequila and it starts coming out and people are like, why do you smell like alcohol? And you're like, I don't know. Yeah, that's what you admit all the time. Only it's cigarettes and Red Bull. And I know that has to be the most unappetizing smell in the world. So I don't know how women could have sex with you when that's all that's permeating. I hate him. He's vile to his core.
Didn't Ariana say like he like didn't like to shower and stuff too, or like wear like the same things for like days on end?
He's vile. He's gross. He's rotten on the inside.
Yeah.
So that probably also makes him smell. Because you're rotting on the inside. And rotting on the inside, evil people smell bad.
Yep.
Fuck off. I don't like you. So then we get the very end where Tom breaks up with Joe. And that's exactly what happened. He will say that he did not break up with Joe because they were not dating. However, that was a fucking breakup because...
Absolutely was.
Or after the single mixer, because that single mixer was so disrespectful to Joe.
Yes.
Like, but Joe, you're an idiot. Like, what?
Joe's so stupid.
She invited herself.
Yeah.
I literally
shouldn't have gone to that.
So yeah, and then she shows up and he's like, I don't want to date anybody, and I heard that you're like telling people that we're like secretly dating, and it's like, because you are.
Yeah.
then he's like, I don't want to date. And she's like, completely sideswiped. Completely had no idea that's what he was going to say. And then she starts crying and she's like, we just have such a good connection and blah, blah, blah. And is like begging for him back. And like, as your like unfriendly, like Aunt Lala here, unfriendly Aunt Lala, do not ever beg for a man. Do not ever beg for a man back. That man, any man that you have to beg for is so fucking not worth it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking not worth it. Any man that you have to like say, this is why you should like me. Nope.
Definitely
Run
not.
for the fucking hill. Run for the fucking hill.
Jo just was so like, she just wants Schwartz so bad. She like doesn't care. Like, he just fucking embarrasses her. Like, what
embarrasses
the
her on
fuck?
national television and did not care.
No.
And it's like, can you please walk away with some dignity right now? Like, can you please get up and walk away with a little bit of dignity right now? And instead she cried. And I was like, Jo.
God damn it, Jo.
Like, I know that I ripped into her, but like, I actually felt bad for her in this moment because that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
That was really hard to watch. And fuck you, Schwartz. What you did to her and how you talked to her and what you did. Fuck off all the way, you little fucking weasel ass bitch.
Yeah, and he swears he didn't do anything wrong, and that pisses me off so bad.
And then he was like, and as she's like leaving, crying, like sobbing because she just got broken up with her boyfriend of a year and a half, he's like laughing and like, oh, don't be like that, don't be like that, and like smiling as he's like chasing her out. And it's like, Schwartz,
talking through the dog and stuff.
I fucking hate
like, it's not funny. Oh my god. It's not funny.
Person. He's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's leave.
Please, let's go.
Let's fucking leave.
I'm ready.
Fuck Vanderpump. If we were not on this podcast, we all probably quit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't give me another season.
We don't need
End
one.
it.
No more.
End it.
No more.
I don't want another season. I don't want another season. If it means that I don't see Ariana, Katie, James, or Allie again, don't care. Don't want to watch any of the other people. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So, then we get over to the Valley. The Valley is pretty. I don't like the Valley. I gotta be for real. I think it's incredibly boring.
Yeah. We've had like one good episode in the 4 that we've seen.
And like was it even a good full episode, or was it just like that one little part?
3 episodes are still about the fucking Republican fight. I need something
The whole
else.
episode was about that.
Yep.
Still, I don't give a
and
fuck.
It's like, oh my god. So Kristen, I would like to know what you're protecting Michelle from. Because so far you've been doing a really bad job. And Jasmine from The Bachelor literally said that and was cracking up at Kristen. Because what?
Mm-hmm.
I've protected you, Michelle. Well, you've done a really bad job. Brittany's dress made me uncomfy. Turns out it's like her boobs are just,
they're so veiny and
they look like that her side boob was gonna pop out at any moment.
they look like they hurt.
They look like that they hurt. I've come to the conclusion that Brittany's boobs just make me uncomfy. It's not just that red dress. That purple dress also made me feel super uncomfy. It's her boobs. I, honest to God, like, I know that I blame Jax about those boobs a lot because he put them on them. I cannot believe that a plastic surgeon did that to her. I cannot believe that a plastic surgeon put those big boobs on her. I, like, used to work for a plastic surgeon, like, a long... What?
I can't believe they're still giving her Botox.
So, I don't know, like, who their plastic surgeon is, but, like, they're just taking money from you. Yep. Like, they're not your friend. They're just taking money from you because they know how gullible you are at this point. I cannot believe that a doctor put those boobs on her and thought it was acceptable. I cannot believe that they let Jax make a call like that. I cannot believe that somebody put those boobs on her to make her that disproportionate. Like, she is so disproportionate. That's why I think the boobs look so much bigger than they actually are, and I'm so uncomfy about it. Okay, where were we? God only knows. Her boobs make me uncomfy.
Yeah, that's all we talked about.
Yep.
Guys, we just cut out like this whole episode, like this whole like 5-minute rant that I went on, just so you guys know why we came back like this. Because, guys, what is wrong with me?
Things happened. It went down a
Like-
tangent, so that's
like-
all gone.
Man, the way I'm just like ready today, like ready for anything. Like, who wants me to talk? You know how like there's like that meme? You know, there's like that meme that's like, if you can talk about one subject uninterrupted for like an hour and I give you $1 million or whatever it is, I could do that so easily today.
Definitely.
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is like on my mind. Like, I'm hyper fixated on that shit. Like, give me something.
Stay on one subject though, because you.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't stay on one subject. Like, you'd still fail. It's
Yeah. Like somehow Lord of the Rings would get you to like Survivor
Buffy.
or something. Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like
And then
3
I feel like
hours
we
later,
started
and they're
talking
just
about
like, "You don't
Buffy."
get the $1 million."
And it's like you started talking about Buffy. I said I was comparing Buffy to Lord of the Rings. How does that not count?
There would be like 3 other subjects in there too.
Okay, so Brittany's boobs.
Yeah, Brittany's
Right. I'm done with Brittany's boobs. Let's move on to Jesse being the worst human ever. Michelle's husband, Jesse, is by far like one of the worst people ever. Like, definitely a 3-way tie between him, Jax, and like Tom Sandoval on who takes the cake on who is the worst.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jesse's probably the worst person I've ever like not met in my life. Like, I don't
He's-
want to meet him.
He's a great reality TV villain though.
He's a
like,
great reality TV star.
He's
he's
so
funny.
He is,
He
so
is incredibly funny. It doesn't change the fact that he's an asshole.
I'll
Yeah.
never want to meet him. I'll never want to meet him, but
I'll never want to meet him,
watch-
but if I meet him, I'm probably going to be like, you are such an asshole and you are so good for TV. Like,
I like to
your
watch-
calling was reality TV.
the stuff that comes out of his mouth, the things he does.
He doesn't
Like, no
care.
wonder Michelle
He just
doesn't like
lets it
you.
come out.
Mhm.
And then we get the story of how Michelle and Jesse meet.
Oh God, I feel bad.
Oh my God, I felt bad for Jesse in this moment because Michelle really tore him apart. Michelle was in that fucking interview going, yeah, I wasn't really all that attracted to him, really didn't like him. I actually blew him off. I went drinking with my friends and got drunk and wanted a booty call. So I called him, and now I'm in the longest booty call of my life.
She had a child with him. Like she couldn't have like. There's no way that she just like liked him kind of for a few years, had a child with him, and then now she's back to booty call. Like what? Michelle, you should have gotten out of it a long time ago.
Yeah, you should have gotten out of it before you had the kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a good time.
You don't know how many times people get divorced and go, thank God I didn't have a kid.
I know.
Like, seriously.
Now Michelle and Jesse are stuck with each other for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Like, Michelle, you can never get away from that asshole.
Nope.
Yep.
That's really all I have for the Valley, because it's pretty boring.
I don't have shit
Yeah.
for the Valley.
I was honestly like cooking the whole time, so like I didn't see much of it. I was listening to it, but I'm just
It's boring. Like,
Yeah.
nothing happened. Like, I couldn't even write down, like, events like I do for Vanderpump, because there was, like, nothing happening.
yeah.
I feel like a large part of it was Luke and Kristen's creepy date, which I don't even want to talk about. There's nothing to talk about.
I didn't know when to talk about it. I didn't really watch it. I kind of fast-forwarded a little bit of it. Alex gives me the creeps.
Oh, his name is Alex?
Is it?
No.
Or is it the ex-boyfriend?
Oh, yeah,
Alex,
no.
Alex
is
is the
ex-boyfriend.
ex-boyfriend.
Don't listen to me with names. Okay, that's what we know. How many times have I told you the story about how I called on Hell's Kitchen? Frank was actually Steve, and I called him that for like 8 weeks. Like, we were down to the final fucking 6, and I'm still calling him fucking Frank. Don't listen with me with names. Yeah, so what's his name? Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fucking creep. And Kristen Doty was acting like high all episode. I don't know what Kristen took before the episode.
And then like, what was it? There was the thing with what's the guy with the Lego hair? What's his name? Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they just made up out of nowhere. Like didn't show it, just like, yeah, we're friends again. Like, I don't know who the fuck is editing this show, but like
What
get
are
a
you
new fucking
doing?
job.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not showing anything.
And like this is why you set up extra scenes to fill in the blanks, and we're not even doing that.
Yeah. We're literally just showing all the boring shit and like just skipping over like everything else.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's build up to this
last
fight and
episode-
then just have them just fucking like talk about it.
Yeah. That happened last episode. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like you had the footage.
Yeah. You showed it. You just didn't use the audio from it for some fucking reason.
Probably because they were protecting Michelle.
I hate this show.
Yeah. I'm really not into the Valley.
I'm not there.
So let's get into Survivor.
Yeah.
Charlie wants Q almost immediately. Charlie's like, Q's a threat, I want him gone.
Mm-hmm.
Ben ends up having this panic attack, and Kenzie stayed up with him and like calmed him down and stuff. And I just want to let you know that I have become a Kenzie supporter. I know that she's been getting under my skin, and I have said that for numerous episodes. I can admit when I am wrong. This episode, everything that Kenzie did, made me like her so much.
Me too.
Even her crying at tribal council the way she did, I loved it. The thing that I really like about Survivor is when they give us like very real moments like that. And that's what that was. That wasn't the game. That wasn't whatever. Like she took herself out and helped him.
Yep.
And I find that something that's like what I really like about the show when they have
she even
moments
said like
that.
in her like a confessional or whatever, like, yeah, like, you know, the competitor in me wants to just be like, yeah, you know, stay awake, lose the challenge or whatever. But I couldn't do that. Like I had to help.
I'm a human.
So yeah.
And I really like when the show shows things like that. So like it really made me like I really liked that.
Yeah. It was a nice little moment.
It was a really nice little moment. So basically what happens is that we are doing the challenge where they split them up into 2 tribes. And 2 people win immunity. Different thing that they did this season is that the first person doesn't get jury and the second person does, which is a bigger incentive than food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I liked that because yes. So anyway, so we get to the challenge and Q says, let's play the alphabet game. And if you ever went to kindergarten, you know what the alphabet game is.
And nobody listens.
And nobody else but Q and us knew what the alphabet game was. So Q explains the rules of the alphabet game. And Hunter, being the camp counselor that he is, of course he knows it. So he goes A, Atlanta. And I forget who it was, but they go B, Baltimore. And Q then goes, okay.
You got to say the last one, though.
You got to say A, Atlanta, B, Baltimore. Okay, so let's try it again. Hunter, go. Hunter does it. He goes somewhere.
Birmingham.
Yeah, it goes somewhere else. And somebody goes, Birmingham. And he was like, okay, you're out.
Happened the 3rd time. He's like, okay.
No, and then he goes, because Jeff Probst was cracking up at this point. So then he goes, okay, so let's do it again. And he does it again. And he's like, okay, who's next? And it was Mariah. And she goes, C, Cincinnati. And he's like, you just skipped B. And she was like, he had B. And she's like, and he's like, that's not, you didn't go A. And so I was fucking dying. And he just goes, oh my God. And when she said C, Cincinnati, Q goes, oh my God. And Jeff Probst is cracking up. Like Jeff Probst cannot believe that this is happening. It was literally a moment out of a sitcom.
Didn't he say
it
like
was
it was like
beautiful? I thought it was
he's had in a while or something like that.
Oh yeah, because there were other people that were like going saying shit too, because they were all just standing there.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, they were all like saying shit. It was funny. So Maria ends up winning on the one side, which good for her.
Yeah.
And then Kenzie ends up winning on the other side, and I was like, "Good for you!" And she was, like, really emotional about it, and I was like, "I would be too." 'Cause, like, I would go in there thinking I wasn't good at challenges, and, like, if I won a challenge, I would be like, "Oh my god." I would get, like, really emotional. I would feel like I checked something off my bucket list. I would feel so good about it.
Yeah.
Um, I also would have thrown out Hunter's name there because, Hunter's a problem, and let's just go ahead and get rid of him. But Hunter is on this alliance that apparently is real, that 6-person, like, one-off alliance with, like, the cross-tribe things. Turns out that's real.
Why?
I don't know, but it saved Hunter. 'Cause as soon as somebody said Hunter, they, like, immediately ignored it. They were like, "No."
Yeah.
Um,
Which is crazy because he seems like a huge threat.
he's a huge threat. Um, Venus has the worst social skills of anybody I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Venus wants to be Parvati so bad, but the problem is that she doesn't know how to talk to people. So she's not.
Yeah, she's definitely one that got by on looks and just does not know how to talk to people.
She has the worst social skills I've ever seen out of anybody in my life, and I was genuinely trying to figure out why she's so bad at the social skills, and I said she was probably one of those popular girls in high school that people just, like, wanted to be friends with because she was cool and popular, and that's how she got her friends and, like, got through life, and now that she's been plucked out of that and put on Survivor with a bunch of honestly weird people. Survivor likes to put weird people on. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what they like to do. It's fine. And so you're arguably in a high school with all the people that you kind of bullied probably. And none of them want to talk to you and none of them like you because you're probably treating them like you did people in high school. And that's what the problem is.
It absolutely is.
Like you have I mean the worst social skills I've ever seen. Doesn't know how to read a room, doesn't know how to talk to people, doesn't know how to persuade anybody, doesn't really know how to be nice. And Maria kind of calls her out on it. Because Maria has it. And Maria kind of says all of this to her. And Charlie's sitting in the back looking at Maria, trying not to laugh. Because they all feel this way about her. And Maria's trying to tell her, you can't keep living your life like this. And it was completely lost on Venus. That was completely lost on her. Everything that Maria said to her was completely lost on her. I really hope that Venus goes home, watches herself, hears what people are saying, and here's what the people are saying in the confessionals more so than the audience. And because these are the people that are living with you.
Yeah.
And hearing it and actually taking what they're saying and using it as a self-reflecting mirror. Because I don't think you're a bad person. I just think that you're an asshole.
I mean, that's really all we can hope for with all these people. How many times did we say that during Paradise and shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah. So we all know, so we go to tribal council for the one side, and we basically all know the one side's either going to be Ben or Tim. Hunter basically does an amazing job at tribal council. And I know he did an amazing job because there was something that they were talking about, and they were what was it? I don't know, but they were oh, well, you don't know if he's loyal. He might go back with Nami or whatever. And I was like, Hunter, you tell them that this is your time to show that that they can trust you and that you're not with Nami. Say it. And that man basically says it and basically says, I mean, yeah, but we're together. Nami's nothing. We're a fractured tribe. None of us are friends. None of us like each other. I'm a free agent. I'm out. And after what happened in the other tribal council, when they see what happened, who got voted out, and how there were so many cracks, they're all going to realize that Hunter was telling the truth, and Hunter now is even in a better position than he was before. Hunter is a savant at Survivor. In every aspect. Like, he knew exactly what to say. He knew exactly what to do. And, like, I always say, like, it's easy for me to sit here watching it, say what Hunter should have said, but in the moment, do you know what to say? And he did.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was really awesome. So, Tim ends up going home. He did it to himself. And I like Ben more.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
I felt bad when he cried, but...
Oh, I know, but that was because it was such a, like, I don't think he really thought it was him. That he didn't want to cry to them because he had a lot of fun playing the game with them. He respects them. He gets why he did it. So I don't think he wanted to cry to them, which is why he waited until he thought he was far enough away and then just, like, had a moment to himself. And I was like, man, poor guy.
Yep.
So then the other tribal council happens. And man, crazy shit happened.
It was great.
And so the other tribe, they were basically like, a Nami person's going home because Nami is trying to get rid of each other. Like, it was basically, Tevin had pitched the idea to get rid of Soda in the beginning. And basically the other, like, members were like, all the other people were like, yeah, I mean, yeah. So they're all like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck happened, but whatever happens, Soda ends up going in a full on blindside. Like, and it's all because nobody ever wanted to hang out with Liz. Like, Liz was treated like the fucking abandoned little stepchild in the corner. You didn't let her play in any of the challenges, and she knew none of you guys liked her and were gonna get rid of her first. So she jumped the fuck ship.
Mm-hmm.
And none of you thought to talk to her. Honestly. And so at some point, Tevin ends up changing his mind. And even though he brought up the idea, he ends up voting for Venus.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that Venus thinks that she orchestrated that entire vote. The way that Venus was sitting there with her little smug smile and how she's like, I love you, I love you. I was like, Venus thinks that she's the one who did that.
Yeah.
And no, the fuck you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't even you, Venus.
Like, she is living in a state of Delulu. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, she doesn't understand this. She doesn't know how to talk to people. Maria tries to tell her and she, like, didn't take any of it. And, like, now we have her having this smug little look on her face. And it's like, you didn't do anything. Venus, listen, I'm an asshole. I'm a bitch. I'm fine with it. Like, I can take somebody else who's a bitch. But Venus, like, you're playing like an idiot.
Yeah, she really is.
And it's because, like, you were probably the popular girl, and now you have to hang out with a bunch of weirdos, and you don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. She thinks she can do it all by herself, and that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. You have to work with these people.
You're one vote.
And they will eventually get rid of your one vote because you're not that threatening.
Yeah.
They're just keeping you because honestly, you're a shield.
Yeah.
Everybody is annoyed by you, and everybody
will win. That's
yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you drag her to the end, and she's the ultimate goat. So, goat in Survivor is a different term.
Yeah.
Than goat.
I remember.
Okay.
Like sacrificial goat.
Yeah. Yeah, so Survivor was actually really good this week. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It did drag, like, kind of, I think, in the middle.
A little bit, yeah.
Where, like, they kept, like, talking to the tribes, and then they kept talking to the tribes, and then they kept talking to the tribes. So let's get into the Amazing Race. We're still in fucking South America. We're in fucking Argentina now. I would like to say that this is a pretty unfair advantage.
Chile.
What?
Chile.
We're in Chile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. We're in too many fucking countries. I don't know which ones. We're all in South America. At least I know that. Sorry that I got Argentina and Chile fucking confused. Oh my God. It's honestly, like, really unfair this season at this point, because if you're a Spanish speaker, you have such a leg up.
Yeah.
This whole time. Like, for half the race, it's been easy for you because you can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I find that actually incredibly unfair because if you speak Mandarin in any other season, that probably would have come in handy until now.
Yeah.
Um,
And like the
like
boyfriends have been dominating because like
they
they have
speak
a Spanish
Spanish.
speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what me and Keenan, we were like, man, they are just running house. Like they are just flying through shit. And we realized it's because they speak Spanish.
Yep.
And so
Yeah,
they are
they're
able to like
Spanish.
talk about directions with people, and it's pretty like an unfair advantage at this point.
Yeah.
Hopefully we fucking leave South America soon, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
So I saw something about like kind of where they're gonna be. I think it's all South America, and then like America.
Hold
Okay.
on. Takes off headphones, walks the fuck out.
Yeah.
How is this the second season that you guys are gonna watch of this shit and this is what the fuck they do?
It's
Did
an
they give
interesting
a
move.
reason? Like, what is the reasoning for this? Because we're also doing these charter flights, right? So everybody's leaving in groups of 3, and we're not leaving South America. For what reason? Like, for what reason could that be?
Was this one actually filmed during COVID? They just
No.
decided to
It
air it
was
now.
filmed back to back with the other one.
Yeah.
So this one was actually filmed before the last season.
Oh,
And
okay.
so this one was filmed before the last season, and the reason why the last season filmed first was because the last season was filmed with like knowing that it was going to be a 90-minute episode. This season was not filmed with with the thought of it being 90-minute episodes. It was filmed with 60-minute episodes. So I think that's
Okay.
also why it's dragging. And I am confirming that it is all South America.
Okay. You know what? That makes sense though, because at least it's closer to COVID, so it makes sense why we're staying in South America.
Yeah.
So that actually makes a little bit more sense to me. Like why we would just stay in South America and not go to a different continent, and why we're doing the charter flights again. Because we did airports last season, and now we're back to charter flights.
Yeah.
And, that
So
makes
that was
sense.
weird to me too.
Yeah.
But now it makes sense because they would have still been doing the charter flights because it was still close to the bubble that they were still kind of in.
So
Yeah.
I think this one was filmed in 2022.
Okay.
Damn. That's some shit.
Yeah.
I know it takes like a year and a half for them to actually air.
Yeah.
And this one was supposed to air when the last one aired, but they needed more time, I guess, to edit it.
Yeah, they needed to add in more stuff.
Yeah. So that's why.
Maybe that's why this episode was so confusing too, because I felt like everybody was scattered and everybody was all over the place. And we felt like this for like 3 or 4 episodes now.
Yeah, this is definitely making a lot more sense now.
Yeah, like that's probably why we felt like it's so out of like whack and people are everywhere. Because the reason that we were saying it's so confusing is because there's people doing the roadblock, then there's people doing the detour, and then there's people coming in at the pit stop. And and we start getting confused at what people are doing, what comes first, what tasks are going on and stuff like that. And so like I really think that's not helping anything.
Yeah, definitely not.
But that's probably why. What?
Yeah, I gave helpful information today.
You did.
Good job, Stephanie.
Good job, Stephanie. All right, so that makes a lot more sense. So we'll go. All right. So the roadblock was putting together a skateboard, which is, did they have an example?
I never saw the example.
Yeah.
Neither did we.
I never saw it.
Yeah,
me and Keenan were wondering if it was the people like actually skateboarding. But me and Keenan were like, where's the example? Like, how do you know what wheel colors to put on which?
Yeah.
And and at one point, Danny, that one guy, was like, I need to pay attention to the wheels. And I know that skateboarder chick had it in her hands, but like, why didn't everyone just like go up to the fucking skateboard and see how, like, I felt like that would be so easy. Like,
well, now that you're saying the COVID thing, that might be why.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Because all like the stations were really spread apart too, and I thought that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying it, I'm like, oh, they probably couldn't really walk up to her. And didn't we see somebody with a mask at one point? I think it was the dad and the old dad and the daughter that got eliminated. He fell. I'm almost positive I saw them in masks at one point.
I think the medic had a mask.
Yeah.
And a lot of the taxi drivers in like one of the last episodes.
Yeah, there's a taxi driver. Yeah.
So wow, this is all kind of adding up now.
Now it's all adding up. So then there's also a detour. And it's basically drumming for money or rock climbing a wall. And it seemed like the rock climbing was the way to go. It seemed like that was way faster.
So fast. Yeah.
Because even that girl who struggled with the guy with the long hair, that's like really like his hair is super fugly.
The like nurse couple or whatever.
Are they nurses?
Yeah.
They're gonna break up. Are they even?
They're gonna break up. There's no way. There's no way that she stays with him after this.
Yeah.
Because like me and Keenan were saying it. Like Keenan even calls him an asshole because he's racing too hard and she's like not racing.
Yep.
And so he's like, I would be like pushing you, but I wouldn't be like doing what he's doing, like run faster, run. I'd be like.
And like they just started the episode with him being like, yeah, I'm gonna let her set the pace and stuff like that. And he's still there trying to like motivate her while she's going up the wall. And she's like, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. Like Keenan's like, I would have shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I hate his stupid fucking. They're still together?
They're still together, guys. I don't fucking believe this.
Girl, how are you still with this man? I would have left him the moment I left the race.
Yeah.
I would have been like, the way that you speak to me? Absolutely not. Man. Yeah, no, but I hate his hair because it's like shaved all underneath and then it's like this incredibly long hair. But like you can tell that it's like incredibly thin because it's shaved all underneath when he has it down. And then he puts it up in that bun and I hate it. I can't stand his hair.
Yeah, it's a little much.
It's genuinely one of the fuggliest hairstyles I've ever seen. Like right next to like the mullet that's making a comeback.
I can hate the
mullet. That's like if you're rocking a mullet out there right now, I am making fun of you. Eric with a mullet from Gabby's season, I'm talking to you. Like I'm not. I call all of you Eric with a mullet, X, Y, and Z with a mullet. I will always put with a mullet if you're rocking a mullet. It's like the shaved sides.
Yeah.
So it's not like the full mullet, right? Like they cut it, but it's still the shaved sides, and it's like it's still a mullet.
Yeah.
All right, I can't. So the boyfriends end up winning again. Mm-hmm. The mother and son get 4th place. Walla Walla, Washington. I do not know if that's where they're from, but both of their shirts say Walla Walla.
Yeah.
So that's
safe to assume.
It has to be Walla Walla, Washington. Like that is a place in Washington State, Walla Walla, Washington.
Yep.
So they end up getting 4th place, and I got to tell you, I am so surprised by these two.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they're still here.
Yeah, I know. Mom might pass out and die next episode, but hopefully she doesn't. Mom, I don't want you to die. It's like just stay breathing, stay upright. We like you.
Yeah, like they're cute to watch. It's just how are you still here?
Yes, like I feel like he talks like he has his heads in the clouds.
Oh yeah,
but he's like with it.
Yeah,
like he's with it. So I'm pleasantly surprised by them. I'm happy for them. I am excited to watch them for as long as they stay around. If it means that we end up in the finale with them, I'm gonna be rooting for them all the fucking way.
Me too. They are from Walla Walla.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Yes.
So the cousins end up coming in last, which I think they kind of knew. They acted like that they didn't because I think they told them to act like that they didn't know. But when they were at the fucking rock climbing wall, they knew.
Yeah.
They were by themselves at the rock climbing wall.
They just told them like too many people know they're going home. Like play it up a little bit.
Yeah, we do. Me and Keenan honestly think that the producers ended up telling what's her face, whoever the cousin was putting together the skateboard, how to do it.
Probably
because it sucks when like they stop them in the middle of all the tasks and they can't finish. So I think they told her how to do it, and that's why they were at the rock climbing thing alone, because everybody else had already finished.
Yeah.
And then they told them how to do it so that way that they could just finish. But they really needed to go because they needed to stop fucking crying.
I was done.
I can't handle the crying. I gotta be honest with you. Like, when you guys start crying on this show, like, I know that you guys are emotional. I know you guys are tired. Like, I get it, but I just can't handle it.
Yeah.
And then when you do it every single episode, like, you start getting really annoying to me. Like, sometimes you can, like, the people that break down the one time because they're just like, I'm having a bad day. I really want to take a nap. I'm hungry. I want water. And I don't want to do this right now. And you're allowed to have one of those moments. It's okay. Like, you don't bother me. It's the ones that do it every fucking episode. Because it's
Every
like, why did you
episode,
sign
every
up?
challenge. It's like,
Why did you sign up?
me?
I
Yeah.
can't do this. I can't do this. Why did you sign up?
yeah.
A combination. And by that I mean I have Crohn's disease. So Stephanie and Tyler could do it and sell their soul to the devil and get us places.
I don't know.
And they don't act like that.
Yeah.
They don't act like that. Stephanie doesn't want to do it, though. Stephanie doesn't want to do it. Stephanie doesn't want to do any of these shows. Stephanie is out of the running. So
Yeah.
it would have to be me, and they would have to take my Crohn's disease.
Because they're going to give me a fish. I know I'm going to have to be swimming with fish. I'm not going to fucking do it, guys. Like, if there's any chance of me with fish and bugs, no. Fuck no. And I don't know what's ahead. I don't know what I don't know what to expect, so no. I'm not going to do that to my partner because I'm just not going to fucking do it. I'm going to quit right there. So no.
Which is why you have to accept me with my Crohn's disease, because it has to be me and Tyler.
You guys are going to do great. And
Oh my god, me and Tyler would fucking kill it.
Yeah. I take over the
my
show
god,
for
Tyler, we would fucking crush it.
Mm-hmm.
I drive a stick shift. Like, I drive a manual. Like,
Okay,
my
then we're
car.
good.
My car. Yeah, like, I bought my car. It's a Honda Civic. I bought it as a stick shift. I learned how to drive a car on a stick shift.
Tyler, do you know how to drive a stick
Nope.
shift? See, that's what I mean.
It's okay.
Laura's driving.
Together. Yeah.
But I can read a map. So.
And you can also take lessons and learn a little bit. So if something happens, you'll know how to do it. But yeah, no, no, like, I could totally, I drive better than all of those people. I promise. I drive a stick shift in my regular life. I drive better in those cars than every single one of them. Like, if you can navigate us places, we're fucking there.
All right. Stephanie, good luck with the show.
It's going to be Summer House, and that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. It's going to be a short 15-minute episode every week.
All of a sudden, Stephanie's going to have, like, random guests on here. And everybody's going to be like, what the fuck? And then we just, like, reappear.
For, like, 10 weeks, I'm just different people.
Laura and Tyler are sick.
Really sick. Like, Laura had a Crohn's flare up, and Tyler has stuff.
Tyler's depressed.
Yeah, Tyler's depressed.
He has to go lay in the dark for the next 10
So
weeks.
my best friend joined us this time. We get Robin in on it. Robin comes in one week. Sarah comes in another week. We just have one.
I love it.
Oh my god! And all the while, me and Tyler are just crushing it on the face. Because Tyler, I'll eat anything. I'll do anything. I'll touch fucking fish. I don't give a shit.
You have Crohn's and you're gonna eat anything?
Yeah. Dog, it's $1 million. Fuck yeah. Fair
enough. I also will eat anything. So
yeah. If it's spicy, you do have to take it.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, if it's spicy, that's something that I do have to, like, hard veto. Because, like, we will tear my stomach open, and then I will be in the hospital at whatever foreign country we're at.
Yeah. Let's try not to do that. We've done that once.
Yeah. That's true. We did do that once together. That's true. Me and Tyler did do that once together. I got incredibly sick in Germany. So, I think that's everything.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for listening. So sorry it was so long. It was 1000% my fault. I just took the fuck off, and I never came the fuck back down.
Laura's going through it. Like she
I'm
needed
going
to
through it.
vent.
What?
You needed to vent and just
I
like
did.
get mad at everybody. That's fine.
I did. I just
get
needed
it.
to get like my irritability out.
Yeah.
Hopefully now I can focus on my paper that I still have to write because that was a joke yesterday. Oh my god. And all I want to do is watch Lord of the Rings. That's all I want to do.
Well, good luck. Hopefully it goes well.
All right, guys. So if you made it all the way here, so sorry again. Me, personally, so sorry again. We've been doing so well. And then, like, I came in like a fucking wrecking ball.
We were due for one. It's fine.
We were due, and it was my fault. So, guys, don't forget to follow us, even though we don't do shit with them, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Hot Garbage Pod. We do shit with the YouTube. That's why I separate it. We see you. We had 13 views on the one. We see you.
Hell yeah.
So we're on YouTube. At Hot Garbage Pod there as well. Check us out. We have funny thumbnails. I think that's why we get clicks. And then they're like, "Oh, it's a podcast," and then they leave.
Yeah, they say, "Fuck this, we're out."
I don't like reality TV. Exit. But we got the view. We got the click, and we got the view. That's what matters.
Thank you.
So guys, thank you so much for listening. And as always, stay trashy.